good evening and welcome to Nighttime Natters. It is 9 p.m. and it is the 5th of November. It's bonfire night. I hope you're having a great night out there and being safe. This is the final part of my trip to Romania. Enjoy it and I'll have a little chat with you after. Before we go into the church, let me just give you a little bit of history about it. It's the church on the hill, or in German, the church on the hill. The church on the hill lies on the peak of the school hill. It's a privileged viewpoint overlooking the city of Sighisoara. Access to the church is made via the 176 steps that we just walked up of the school's roofed gangway. During times of good weather, visitors may choose a detour starting to the right of the bottom of the school's gangway. This way offers an easier walk and views of the beautiful landscape seen over part of the lower town. Right before reaching the cemetery gates, visitors can see parts of the town's defence system. The tall and slender tower of the Roman Catholic Church, the shoemaker's tower, the tailor's tower, the leather dresser's tower, the butcher's tower, no candlestick maker's tower though unfortunately here, and bastion, and higher up on the hill, the rope maker's tower. The locksmith's tower and the bastion originally stood beside the left side of the Catholic Church, but it was demolished in 1896, making way for the construction of the present church. The weaver's tower was originally located between the tailors. We used to live next door to the tailors and the leather dressers' towers, which together with the fortress walls stretching from the shoemaker's tower to the leather dressers' towers was demolished in the mid-19th century. The resulting stone and materials were used to pave a portion of the fortress. Upon reaching the gates of the cemetery, you may turn left towards the school on the hill. The school on the hill has two buildings. Construction of the smallest building was finalised in 1619 and was known at the time as Ny Skol, the new school, while the main building was raised in 1793 and a new floor was added in 1901. Access to the church on the hill is made by turning right upon entering the evangelistic cemetery gate, which is still beautifully preserved and administered. The church on the hill is the most important architectural monument of Sighisoara and is considered the third in terms of size of all Gothic churches in Transylvania. Let's go inside. Come on, step inside, love.
Yeah.
This is the church. We weren't allowed to film inside, so even though there were people taking photos and whatnot, I respected the fact that he asked us not to, so we've just been told about it and it was lovely. That's the church and we are now in the graveyard. The Saxon graveyard. And we're now going to go to
See Dracula's house.
We're now going to see where he was born.
Where Vlad
was born, Dracula was born. Okay.
I think that's didn't he say it had scaffolding up? Didn't Ben say yesterday it had scaffolding up?
Don't know. This is the house where Vlad Dracul was born and lived from 1431 to 1435. It's now a restaurant and a museum and a souvenir shop. Good job I got that.
Yeah.
I pressed. Well, that was the Saxon village of Sighisoara. Beautiful, well worth the visit. If you come into Romania, make sure you come here. You could stay here. Why not? It's great. Anyway, I'll see you a bit later. Tomorrow we are heading off to Bran, to Dracula's castle. So I'll see you then. Beautiful, isn't it? Look, talk about till the cows come home, look. Hello. Ah, look at them, don't damage my car. Move, let me get out of the way then. Fuck. He's a nice farmer, isn't he? Ah, look at the baby one over there. Lovely. So here we are today on the 2nd of November at Bran Castle. Now this castle was built in about 1300, I believe, and it's sort of been used as, you know, the story behind Dracula and whatnot. But also Queen Maria of Romania lived here. That's a true story. You can Google that. Oh, I nearly fell over there. But as you can see, look at the castle up there. Look in the background.
We need to go to the toilet.
This is the entrance. From a distance, the castle looks very, very impressive. I'll show you that in a little while. But it's very impressive inside as well. But today there's been lots of those little, you know what I mean? So, running around. So I decided to get out as quick as possible, go around. And I don't know why, but I keep speaking in Scouse. But there you go. Look at these lot as well, you see. Can't talk, have to shout. Maria! There we go. Onde está? Hello. Hello. I have to say today is a gorgeous day. Been very lucky with the weather while we've been here in Romania. And it's lovely. It's really changed my opinion. You know, I suppose you shouldn't really say anything until you've been there and done it, I suppose. Now I can say I've been there and done it. Now we're off to Peleș, which is a little village about half an hour from here. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a really great experience for me. It's something that I've wanted to do for many, many years, is to go to the Carpathian Mountains. I was told a few years ago, when I was younger, that our ancestors maybe came from the Carpathian Mountains, and there's a link to Hungarian gypsies. And even though we were in Romania, the part of Hungary was claimed by Romania after the Second World War, I believe. So where we were actually was formerly Hungary. So it was just beautiful, the most amazing experience, really, one of the most amazing experiences I've had. And to go to a country that really has got very little. When you're in the countryside, there's really nothing there. There isn't nothing there, but beautiful, beautiful buildings, beautiful people, really, really lovely people. It was, you sort of, there where I stayed, where Prince Charles goes regularly and visits. He was there in May of this year, and like you saw on the video the other day, I went to visit his cottage. The people are just really, really lovely. it's something that I've never done before. It reminded me of when I was young and I used to go on a farm down in Devon. The country's beautiful. The mountains are beautiful. The food that we had there was absolutely great. And all we really did was eat, sleep and sightsee. And we was in bed some nights, like, 10 o'clock. So I just really rested myself and my brain was just nothing going on in it at all, just enjoying myself. And so I plan to do, me and my aunt, Christine, has said that we're going to do something different once a year. So we decided to do it around about the October time. Something that she wants to do and I want to do is also on the list is Pisa, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So maybe we're going to do that the next time. But also, I'd also like to do Athens. So maybe we'll do that. But I'd like to explore a part of Athens as well, but maybe that my aunt may not, if you know what I mean. So maybe I'll do Pisa with my auntie next year in October, and I'll flit off to Athens on my own to experience, after all, didn't the Greek invent homosexuality? So, when in Rome, oh no, that's Italy, isn't it? But I really did enjoy myself, and I hope you enjoyed the videos as well. Back to normal now. It's nighttime Natters, so this is the last one that will be of any length. Thank you very much for all the messages and all the kind comments that you've made with regards to this trip, and I'm glad you enjoyed my nighttime Natters. So tomorrow we'll be back to normal with not lasting more than 5 minutes. All right, but I hope you had a good bonfire night, and if you didn't, well, you know what? The night's still young. There's still time for a bit of banging to go on. Sleep well.